You've been watching these amazing transformations here on Transform STL, and that's a lot of fun, but it's also important to remember that when you've got your own house that's in good shape, you need to maintain it. And today we want to talk about one of the biggest and most expensive things at your house, and that is your heating and cooling system. And I've brought Dan Saliga of Saliga Heating and Cooling in to talk to us a little bit about what is it good to do in the springtime to maintain your heating and your air conditioning and make sure that you're keeping it in tip-top shape, because we've got these St. Louis summers coming up and you don't want to be without air conditioning. Dan, what are some things that we should be thinking about in the spring?
Well, Jeff, you know, one of the biggest ways you can help your air conditioner run more efficiently is to hose it outside, spray off all the dirt and debris that accumulates on the outside of it. It's going to help it not have to work as hard, be able to get rid of the heat from your house. Yeah, because
sometimes when you look at those condensers outside, you can actually see the dirt caked up on it.
Yeah, if you see a blanket on your air conditioner, it's time to take the hose out and just wash the coils off, get that debris away from it from around the outside so it can breathe and transfer that heat better.
Excellent. What about inside here?
Yeah, another thing you can do, very important, is keep your air filter clean. You know, we came over here and we checked this one, and if your filter looks like that,
that is not clean.
That is not clean.
You don't have to be an expert to know that.
You're going to have a lot of problems with your unit if you have dirty air filters.
Why is it important to keep your air filter changed?
It helps the airflow. You have a cooling coil in here and you need a certain amount of air going across it in order for it to work correctly. So definitely on the filters, the cleaner the better. Probably want to be checking them at least once a month. Doesn't mean you need to change it once a month, but you do need to be checking them and making sure they're clean.
So that filter obviously needed to be changed. Right. What about what's a guideline for one that's maybe not quite that bad?
So you know, the filters, you don't want to get the cheapest filter you can get, but you also don't want to get the most expensive one.
Yeah, because when you go to the home improvement store, there is a whole aisle, and you could spend $2 or you could spend $80 on a filter.
Right. So if you get the super allergen 2000 filters, you're going to be changing them every couple days, once a week, because they're not letting any air by them to begin with, and then a little bit of dirt, and you know, it's just like having a dirty filter in there. So probably $4 to $5 filter range is perfect. If you want to upgrade to something that's more efficient, you need to go switch out the cabinet so that it accepts a like 4 or 5 inch filter that's going to have the surface area but not restrict airflow.
Excellent. And we don't just put this in any old way, right? We have to look at these arrows.
The arrow usually points towards the furnace. That's the direction of flow, and it's a good idea to always write the date on them so you know when the last time you stuck one in.
Great tip. And it's not complicated. You just slide it in, right?
Nope. And the cleaner the better.
Excellent.
Same with the air conditioner.
Excellent. Well, thanks so much for giving us this information, because you got to maintain this stuff, because your HVAC is important. It keeps you warm in the winter and it keeps you cool in the ferocious St. Louis summers. And I think that the important thing is to make sure that you take care of it, because if you got to replace it, that's not a cheap thing. So if somebody needs some help with that, they'd like to have somebody come in and take a look, what are some of the things that you would recommend you have a professional do on a regular basis?
So on professional preventive maintenance, we'll come in, we'll check the motor on the air conditioner, oil it if it needs be. We'll check the electrical components, capacitors, contactors, anything we can check so that you don't break down when it's 100 degrees outside, because your air conditioners don't break when it's nice out. They break when they're running 100% in the middle of the summer. So if you have a little bit of preventive maintenance done, it'll keep you from breaking down on Saturday night when it's 100 degrees.
Sure, and those first hot days or the first cold days are when you get the most phone calls and you're backed up and as busy as you probably ever are. How long has Saliga Heating and Cooling been in business?
My great-grandpa started the business in 1927, and I'm fourth generation family owner, right down on Gravois in South St. Louis, and we've been around a long time.
Yeah.
We treat the customers right.
Excellent, excellent. So if somebody's interested in getting their furnace or air conditioner serviced this spring, which is a great idea, how do they get a hold of you? We're going to put the phone number on the screen. You have a website as well?
Yeah, if they go on our website, SaligaHeatingandCooling.com, you can find some coupons there, get a few dollars off on having us come out and do that preventive maintenance.
That's Saliga Heating and Cooling, S-E-L-I-G-A, heatingandcooling.com. Go to Dan's website. We'll also put the phone number on the screen here and get your HVAC checked out. Dan, thanks so much for coming on the show. I appreciate it, and I wish you the best of luck.
Okay, thank you.